Hello, and welcome to the new Rotary year. I'm Roger Taylor, the District Governor for 7450. My goal is to visit all of the clubs face-to-face, in person, or by virtual media. I really look forward to meeting all of you that I've met before and those I have not yet met. I'd like for you to keep 4 questions in mind as you listen to this video. First, what are the things that your club does very well? Second, if you started a new Rotary club today, how would it be different from the one you belong to? And third, what are the things that your club needs to improve or eliminate? And finally, what is so attractive about your club that a non-Rotarian would want to be a part of it? My presentation covers 3 topics. First, our new Rotary themes. Second, our new expanded leadership team. And third, the 3 best practices for kickstarting a club after a pandemic. Okay? We're reaching the end of an era, the end of a pandemic. This time, we will have a new normal, and we have to prepare for it. So get ready. We can't wait until the end of the pandemic and say, okay, now what do we do? And we uniquely get to do this. Rotary has evolved more in this past year than any year in recent memory. Rotary is evolving to adapt to the new normal. Welcome, then, to the new Rotary. This will also be a year with more personal development. Remember, the last 2 words of the Rotary vision statement are all about you. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. It is a vision to make us better Rotarians, yes, but also better citizens, better employees, spouses, fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers, and better neighbors. You may have heard that the Rotary International theme is Serve to Change Lives. It is rare as a theme because it is a command, and it also answers the question, why? Serve to change lives. District 7450's theme for 2021-22 is Charting Your Course. If you're wondering what that means, it's simple. Our symbol for charting your course is a sailboat with a guiding star. The metaphor is apt because with a sailboat, you need to weigh or hoist anchor before you can begin. If you're always lashed up to the pier at the harbor, you have no destination. Over time, your hull goes to scale and eventually you become unseaworthy and sink to the bottom. To add to the visual, navigating your journey has 3 parts. The first is knowing where you are. The second is to know where you want to be. And the third, how to navigate around the obstacles in your path. How does this apply to your new Rotary year? Well, for the uniqueness of this year, I've created 3 new positions in the district leadership team as resources for you to help chart your course. These 3 positions will help to serve as beacons, lifebuoys if you would, to help navigate the waters of our future. The first is Lieutenant Governor of Club Services. Christopher Potter, a Rotarian of vast leadership experience over multiple districts, has accepted this position, which guides the core of the Servant Leaders Initiative by working through the AG, Assistant Governor's Corps, as we move forward. The second new leadership position is Lieutenant Governor of Committee Services. Juliana Blasey, an accomplished Rotarian credited with reviving at-risk Rotary clubs, authoring the district guide to club projects, has accepted this position to facilitate bringing to the clubs the tools and the programs to help them grow and to thrive. The third new leadership position is that of Lieutenant Governor of District Services. This position has been accepted by Jay Penny, a former president, AG, and expert in nonprofit organization and management. This area will deal with our inward-facing communications, but more importantly, the outward-facing communications to our communities. This includes Rotary image, social media initiative, and district outreach training. Now is the perfect time to transition to the new Rotary to kickstart your pandemic recovery. So, here are the 3 best practices that I promised you. Best practice 1, perform a community needs assessment. It is the single most valuable tool in guiding your Rotary activities. It will impress your community. It will improve your community public image. It will expose you to those who want to help their communities, and those who want to join you will represent your community. You know your community has needs and resources. The CNA, the Community Needs Assessment, will tell you who and where your club can match the needs to a resource. Sometimes the resource is money, a specific talent, skill, or expertise. Sometimes just a group of people who show up. Sometimes the resource is Rotarian, sometimes not. Our primary role is to match need to resource, and that's a winning combination. Simply Google Rotary Community Assessment Tool. Don't be surprised if someone at Rotary calls this by the acronym RCAT. Research tells us that potential members desire 2 things from us: more community projects and more social events. A community needs assessment will help guide you in what projects and what events will work the best. Best practice 2. Put a new picture and add 1 sentence to your website and Facebook page every week. It's as simple as a picture at each meeting, a speaker, a social event, or a community project. The technology exists to do both. I will tell you that every potential new member will check out your website, and more than half of them will look for your Facebook page. Keep both current. It will provide proof that you have survived the pandemic and that you are doing well. Best practice number 3 is grow your club in new post-pandemic ways. Many hands make light work. Our incoming RI President, Shakar Mehta, says each one bring one. And remember that your invitation is to the new Rotary. One way to do this is to invite a prospective member to a community project or social event, and only then invite them to a Rotary meeting. It is much more effective to physically show a potential member what we do before you show them what we are. You can always tell them what we are, but show them what we do first. Remember what potential members are looking for. They're looking for more community projects and more social events. One specific group that needs to be invited is your ex-Rotarians. Many still have a Rotarian heart. You have the list. Just decide who specifically in your club will approach each ex-Rotarian one at a time, preferably face-to-face, but at least on the phone, and never by email or text. Your invitation is more important than that. You will likely discover that they left because of a rule, or a tradition, or a person that doesn't exist and isn't around anymore. Never assume that you know why they left. Bring them up to date on your increased community projects, increased social events, increased fun, free courses, and rule changes like no more attendance requirements. Finally, do not feel like the task at hand is too daunting. The AG Corps will help you partner with fellow Rotary clubs to do an area needs assessment and joint Rotary service projects. It broadens our footprint in the community and increases our exposure. That can only be a win-win strategy. Joint Rotary and community projects also have a very positive effect and appeal. So, the 3 best practices are: perform a CNA, Community Area Needs Assessment, add 1 picture and 1 sentence to your web page, and grow your club's image in new post-pandemic ways. And now, a Rotary Public Service announcement. Save the dates. April 22nd through 24th, 2022, for a celebratory post-pandemic district conference spectacular, Charting Your Course. Held at the Hershey Lodge in beautiful Hershey, Pennsylvania, we're going to have an activities for all ages at this family-friendly event. We're going to have Rotarian fun, fellowship, camaraderie, and top-notch entertainment that we're calling Party in the Harbor. We will have speakers you've never heard. We will have celebratory awards dinners on Saturday night. Please consider putting into your budget a conference scholarship to send 1 or 2 first-time conference attendees or your club to the district conference spectacular. Or as one club does, give a scholarship to every new member their first year. I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks. Remember that when it comes to social networking, charities, Rotary has been the very first. We are the largest, the most financially sound. We do the total most good in the world. Every second of every day, thousands and thousands are benefiting from Rotary. Remember that this is true during the pandemic and will be true after the pandemic is over. As our Rotary vision states, we are to do what? To take action to create lasting change. Where? Across the globe, in your communities, and don't forget, in yourself. I'm going to return now to one of the questions from the very beginning of this presentation. If you started a Rotary Club today, what would it look like? Would it look like your club? If not, then change the changeable, remove the unacceptable and the hard part, accept the unchangeable, accept those circumstances which you cannot control, but do not allow them to weigh you down. Don't wait until the pandemic is over. Don't let your past define your future. So get ready. Put on your seatbelts. You've got this. You are made for this. You are Rotarians. Go out and be a blessing to someone every day and have the best year in your history of years.